So look at that. They're starting off with a 12 card hand going first. I am actually really scared, but you know what? We're chilling. We're playing Iron Thorns. We're chill like that. Pokestop here. Discard 3. Cool. Alright, Crushing Hammer needs to hit us a heads here. Alright, it didn't. Okay, Pokemon Catcher needs to hit us a heads here. Cool, okay, it didn't. Today we're doing some Iron Thorns EX gameplay. Just a heads up, the gameplay that I shot for this video was filmed before I brought Iron Thorns EX to a League Cup and won that League Cup. This is right before Surging Sparks came out, so just keep that in mind. Also, I did record the top 4 and finals of me playing Iron Thorns winning the League Cup, so I have some commentary of those games up on the channel later next week. So if you guys want to see some IRL gameplay, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Here is the exact 60 card Iron Thorns list that we used for this particular gameplay. However, I have updated the list the way I did to win the League Cup. So if you want to play my updated list or see a very thorough in-depth guide or just a deck profile of my Iron Thorns EX deck, then click the video in the description down below. It'll be the top link. Check that out so you can learn about the deck. Let's dive into these games. I'm really excited to play Iron Thorns again. The last time I really played it, I got destroyed in real life. I hit the 2 for 2, only Cornerstone, Mask, Noivern player, control players at a weekly. There's like 28 players. I hit the 2 people playing the exact control deck that would auto win against me. For this deck, we want to be a go win first here. And we are going to expect quite a few mulligans for this particular deck because we are only rocking 4 basic Pokemon mulligan, and we probably hit maybe like 4 average. I think I'd say 4 to 5 is pretty common. If you get 0 though, it's really big. There we go. If you don't know, if you play Iron Thorns in real life, I believe the mulligan cap is 7. So after 7, then they do a judge mulligan, and that's a very unique one where they basically will keep checking the top card of your deck until there's a basic, and then the very first basic, they'll just throw it down, and that's going to be your Pokemon you're stuck with. We have the Fezandipity on their side, and the active, that ability is offline until you're taking prizes anyways, so not an ability that they're going to be sad not having on their turn 1. Fezandipity is just like one of the best cards in the game right now, but there's a good chance it's a turbo deck, and that means we're going to be able to turn off their Squawkabilly potentially on turn 1, which would be huge. Usually Squawkabilly is the perfect target to turn off along with other Pokemon like Rotom V. Do keep in mind, just because we're turning off abilities of Pokemon, it means Forest Seal Stone is an ability of a tool, so we do not get to turn off Forest Seal Stone, unfortunately. Alright, we're going to see Jacloak hit the discard pile right there, grabbing a Fire and Psychic Energy. We're going to attach to the Dreepy, and that is all she wrote. So we might be able to just one-shot this Dreepy right here with the help of our Pokemon Catchers. So all we need to do is hit 1 heads, and we're having a very good time. Alright, the first one is a tails. Second one, drumroll please, is a heads. Yippee. So we're going to get that Dreepy into the active for free, and we get a free scoop right there. Just like that, game number 1, baby. And we're playing against Marth 457 for this one. Got the Blastoise coin. All right, a Man of Culture. You'll love to see it. I'm wondering if the water, like a Blastoise is water type, right? I'm wondering if it's going to be indicator if they're playing a water deck, or it could just be their favorite Pokemon, because, you know, Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon too, so I wouldn't blame him. But if we are hitting into like a deck like Palkia, oh, it's beautiful. As long as their like Greninja EX doesn't get set up, we're kind of chilling. But yeah, Star Portals and Radiant Greninja's ability is so important too in Palkia. How many mulligans did we give up? We gave 6 mulligans. Oh my goodness. Bruh. So look at that. They're starting off with a 12 card hand going first. Luckily, we have Thorns to turn off Rotom, but they're gonna have a pretty nasty setup. That's a lot of mulligans to give up. We're playing against Dragapult EX once again, and the double Duskull. Oh, we just blessed them, man. This could be very scary. I have a bad feeling about this one, but for all these gameplays, I want to show you guys wins and losses. So every gameplay I've shown you guys so far has just been back-to-back games without cutting games out. So I'm not going to start here in case we lose, but I do want to say we do get to turn off the instant charge, but I mean, they don't really need a +3. Their hand's big enough as it is. Ideally, I would love to hit them with a turn 1 Judge, get that hand size down real quick, or an Iono, but looks like they're gonna really get maximum value out of all the mulligans we gave them. Triple Drippy is insane. I am actually really scared, but you know what? We're chilling. We're playing Iron Thorns. We're chill like that. There's no need to fear when there's no abilities that you gotta have to worry about. The only thing we're going to have to worry about in this matchup is the Dragapult EX going for these big 4-prize turns by smacking 1 Thorns and then smacking up the other one, and that's a wrap. Because those damage counters that get spread make our Thorns one-shottable, so we might have to really utilize our Penny, but that's evil. They're just throwing in, they're feeling confident, they're throwing in the Drippy into the active here. Alright, they didn't even let us put a Lost Vacuum target on the board here either. So let's start with the Crushing Hammer. If we hit this fire, we're very happy. Alright, we're not very happy. Here, it looks like we're going to have to go for an Arven play. We're going to grab ourselves the Techno Radar so we can have 2 more Thorns out, but also Turbo Energize is really, really handy here as well, which will allow us to charge up our Thorns on the bench. We're not going to need Cologne for this matchup, so we're just going to drop this. They don't play Mimikyu, and we can go ahead and attach to the active. The tool will drop our other Thorns in, and honestly, I think we play the Energy Loto now, because if we're going to use Energy Loto on our next turn, that means we have 2 less energy targets that we could hit, because we're going to yoink them out with the Iron Thorns. And also, by playing Energy Loto now, we're going to thin out an extra card potentially so we can draw into a supporter or something more useful. The only downside is if we do get hit with like an Iono, but it's very likely that on their turn, they're going to play Arven. That's usually how it goes. So we've got the DTE here, very nice. And we're going to go ahead and Turbo Energize. I'm going to go 1 on each. This way, we can use just double Turbo Energy to attack with any of the Pokemon we have on our side of the field. All right, let's see how they start things off. Are we going to see an Arven off the rip, or are we going to see some Dracloaks hit the board to evolve so they can potentially do their not so flower selecting, and then they don't have to worry about grabbing a certain piece with Arven? But I would expect an Arven turn 1. There it is. The other supporter card you can expect from Dragapult players on their turn 1 of like going second, or sorry, first turn of playing a supporter is Iono. So it's either Arven or Iono. So just know if they're in a really good setup, they're going to go for the aggressive Arven. If they're in a bad down, like a really bad setup, they might just go for the Iono instead. So this is their not first deck check, I believe, because they've already got into play 3 Poppins or 2 Poppins and an S-Ball. So I think they're just going to verify everything they have in their deck. Alright, so we got the Rare Candy and the Forest Seal Stone. They do have the Rare Candy though, so they could easily go Seal Stone for Dragapult EX if they really wanted to. One nice thing they have going for them here is because they didn't get this Pokemon knocked out or my hammer hit heads, they don't have to commit their ace spec on this particular Drippy. They can save their tool for the next Drippy that comes up. Alright, we're going to see the Ultra Ball hit the field. We'll see what they discard, and then we should see the Dragapult EX up next. I think our big win condition here is they prize all Dragapult EXs. That could be honestly why they're taking so long with all their actions and turns. Or they're either just taking so long because I'm playing a control style deck, and I don't blame you. I've done the same too against other control style players. I will maximize my turns. If you're gonna throw Snorlax in front of me, I'm gonna make you I'm gonna annoy the heck out of you. I've done it, okay? I'm guilty. Comment down below, you're guilty if you've done slow playing online out of being petty or for whatever reason. Maybe slow playing them and hoping their internet connection disconnects is your only win condition. Or their phone dies because of course of how fast Pokemon Trading Card Game Live eats away at your cell phone's battery life. I genuinely think this person is just really slow, a slow player here. Alright, cool. So they didn't use the Forest Seal Stone, so that's actually really, really big for us here. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to Penny. I'm going to have to Penny here to deny that easy double KO. So let's do that. Yoink that turn of damage off. We can go DTE, Lost Vacuum. We can sack this Lightning Energy, get rid of their unused Seal Stone. So sorry. I love doing that, not gonna lie. And then we can move our precious DTE to this Thorns, because they got no business attacking this Thorns if these two were the ones that are already hurt. So if any Thorns are getting clapped up, it's the ones that have already been damaged. Alright, we're gonna see the 20-second wait time Arven happen. What's next, I wonder? Alright, we got the crystal and the rare candy coming into play here. So they're playing Ultra Ball. They discarded... Well, they discarded. I can't even see it yet. Unless I just missed it. Counter Catcher? Yeah, they discarded, I guess, Counter Catcher and something else here. What is the grab? Alrighty, any second now. I'm surely they're deciding between if they want to grab a Dusclops or a Dusknoir. There's the Dusknoir. Okay. Ooh. This could get real dicey right here. They could go for a 6 prize turn. Oh no, okay. They're not going to rare candy Dusknoir the other one. But that would have been a nasty 6 prize turn. Alright. Our 1 Thorns in the active. You tried your best. Now we need to get our Devolution here. Devolution is the key to success here. Can we get it off? Oh, there it is. We top decked it. Let's go. I'm just, what can I say? I'm just so talented. Oh, beautiful. We can Devo. We have, how many Devos do we have in it? I think we just have 1. Yeah, we have 1 Devo in our deck. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one right there. We'll take a prize with that nasty Devo. And that's one of the ways that Iron Thorns is able to take down those big, bulky 2 prize EX Pokemon that are like 300 plus. You just gotta slap them once and then slap them with the Devo after. It feels pretty good too, knowing the fact that they did use a rare candy on Dusknoir. So that's 1 less that they have on a Dreepy that they can use. Alright, Crispin grabs a fire for their hand and is going to attach a Psychic from the deck. That's pretty nasty. They're able to set up like consistent, like, because I didn't knock out the first one on the first go, they can really consistently chain attackers really well. They just have to play like a Crispin and the special tool, and it really starts getting worrisome. Alright, we got the hammer first. Let's start off with the Pokégear. Alright, oh, we got options. This is sick. Okay, so we can boss up the Dreepy with the energy. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Bring up that. And... whatcha? Volt Cyclone. We go on Dreepy, and we're gonna put the Lightning onto this Thorns, because we're more likely to draw into our Lightning energies in our deck than we are our DTEs. And sick. The Capsule makes me feel silly now, because that would have just been good to put the DTE on it. But yeah, in terms of energies, we still have 3 DTE and 5 Lightning left in deck. And we have, of course, cards that can help us find energies. We got 1 Earthen Vessel in this deck, 1 Energy Loto, and we have Colress's Tenacity as well. And then we should have 3 more copies of Pokégear. My memory isn't amazing. I'm literally looking at my deck list on the other side of my screen right now. So that's one thing I also highly recommend you guys do, is if you are playing in a scenario where you can have like a second screen or you can see your full list, play on one screen and have your full deck list opened on the other. That way you can quickly really get good at price checking. You can practice price checking like that pretty quickly. It's like spot the missing piece, or it's like a reverse walls Where's Waldo, you know? It just helps being able to know your exact counts really fast, so you're not wasting mental energy about, oh, about how many cards do I have of this in my deck exactly? Oh, I just have my deck list on the other side. That's easy. The next step for me though is I want to learn how to take I want to learn how to play taking notes. All right, we got the retreat free. Very nice. Yes, research. Here we go. Oh, I like. Okay, we can go attach here. We can nest ball, get our last Thorns out. We need a penny at some point. We need to get one of these off. And here we're swinging 140. Do I swing drag up? Do I just take the Tatsuguri out? I think we're in a really good position here. Last turn, for example, they played Arven. They just grabbed Rare Candy to evolve. I think I'd be pretty happy with knocking out this Tatsugiri right now. That way they can't use Tatsugiri to potentially draw into an Arven on their next play. And then we're just gonna move the lightning there. And hopefully we can, ooh, you know what? No, maybe dropping the lightning in the other Tyranitar would have been better, or Iron Thorns. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what goes down here. This is my first ever time playing this matchup, y'all. So I'm learning with you guys. It's a fun time. Do we have another vacuum? We have 2 vacuums in deck. We used 1. So we need to get this vacuum for dear life so we can suck that crystal out of the vicinity. And one thing to note too is when you do play against Dragapult, the I think pretty common energy line is like 3 fire, 3 psychic. And so if you're hitting heads on your hammers, you're actually really setting them back a pretty decent amount. And there's some games that you're able to just win because they can't find energy sometimes. All right, Roxanne's hitting the board. Judge and DTE, okay. I'm not too upset about that. Nice, okay, cool. So they whiff the energy. If we're able to get a Lost Vacuum, that's huge. Let's go with the Pokégear. Arven is big. And looks like we might be able to dig for the other Lost Vacuum here. Oh, it looks like we prized it. Okay, and we can't, they don't have any energies attached. Yucky. Let's do Pokemon Catcher here. And we'll grab this. We'll Catcher. Nice, okay. We're gonna get this Rotom. And then we're gonna do our retreat to this. Put DTE there. Put this there. And then swing. Now there is merit as well to knocking out a Duskull there, and that would turn off, or just make it easier. We would just need to gust one more. Like if they want to explode, they're gonna have to put us down to 2 prizes. But if we knock out the Rotom V here actually too, we turn off the Duskulls, because putting us at 1 prizes means they can no longer use their psychic demon ghost monsters. So we're putting like more pressure on them, or it's like a ticking time bomb. It's like, yeah, your Duskulls here mean nothing if you have to give me game to explode. All right, here's the Arven. I'm also trying to force him to get like more outs too, because I know he did play, I think he played a switch earlier, if I'm correct. Yeah, he did play switch earlier, so I'm like, they don't have rescue board, they don't have switch, so Arven is gonna like not get amazing like great value because they don't have an easier way to grab a switch. It's like, what are you gonna do? Grab an Earthen Vessel? But then if you have to attach and retreat, that means you're not attaching to your Dragapult. So let's see what they do here. They got the Vessel, so goodbye Lumineon. Hello Psychic. All right, it's going on there. So do they have the switch out, or no, they don't? Okay, so this was a very successful heist with the Pokemon Catcher. Here we can go Pokégear first, and we can grab, let's be grabbing Arven here. And actually no, so I can grab Arven and guarantees me Hammer, or I can I can grab Research and dig through nearly half my deck to try and draw 2. Let's just play it safe. We're supposed to chill. We're a chill deck. We're just vibing. We don't have to overstress it. We'll grab this Capsule just to thin it out of our deck. We're also able to retreat into a fully healthed Iron Thorns. Fully healthed. And then Crushing Hammer. If this hits a heads, they might just concede. No, okay. So now we can just attack. And then we'll move the energy to this Thorns. So now both just need a basic lightning. Everything just needs a basic lightning. But here's scary, because if they're able to gust and take a 4 prize turn, they just win the game. So if they can gust either of these, all our hard work down the drain. We've got the Lost Vacuum off the prizes too. How poetic. We have the vacuum in hand, but it might be too little too late. We have the Judge, but yeah, we have the Gust. We might be able to stall a turn out with the Lost Vacuum. Oh, Temple of Sinnoh. All right, Phantom Dive. So now we're on a ticking time bomb turn now as well. We do have in total, I believe, how many catchers? 3 catchers in deck. 3 in total. So we have 2 catchers in deck and a prime catcher. So if we just get an Arven here. Ooh. Okay, we got the catcher. Let's just Pokemon Catcher first, and if it hits heads, then we can gust. We can Lost Vacuum the temple, and we're chilling. So Pokemon Catcher for game. Heads for Pokemon Catcher. Yeah, there we go. So we win. So we can just boss up or bring up the Dreepy. We can retreat for free because of the Capsule. We got the Lost Vacuum off the prizes. We can get rid of Temple of Sinnoh. And we win the game. All right, we just cooked a Dragapult player. That feels pretty good, not gonna lie. Alrighty, nice. We hit the 1700 threshold. Let's keep it moving, shall we? All right, we're playing Tazzy here. Let's see what we get. Heads, all right. Do they want first or second? So it used to suck, you know, not being able to get that turn 1 attachment so you can start swinging on your second turn of Iron Thorns. However, just because we have 2 copies of Technical Machine Turbo Energize, it's basically that like ARCEUS style attack where you charge up your bench Pokemon. It makes our Arvens going second a little more powerful. All right, only 2 mulligans. Pretty happy, and they probably know that they're playing against Thorns based off the mulligans. I'm happy with this going second. We have 2 chances to delete any energies that hit the board. We can gust up what we want, and then we just research. It's pretty fire. I like this. We got the gold Petulant in the active right here. So are we playing against a Charizard deck that has teched the Petulant for the control matchup, or are we playing against a turbo style deck like a Roaring Moon, Darkrai, Shenanigans, or maybe Loyal 3? But Petulant is another of those dark Pokemon from Shrouded Fable that we're able to see make an impact in a lot of decks right now. Of course, Fezandipity being the most important one, but it looks like we're playing against this Finizen deck. This is a Palafin EX deck, so this is a really fun, cool combo deck. We actually played against this deck twice yesterday at Comfy Hobbies for their weekly tournament. This matchup, it could be favored for us, because in order to evolve into Palafin EX, the Finizen on the board has to retreat into the active. So typically they'll send their Morpeko on the bench as like a free retreat option as well. They'll do some like switcheroo shenanigans, and then Finizen can evolve. However, because we have Thorns, we do get to put a Thorn in Petulant's plan to help with that evolution process. All right, we got the attachment onto Finizen and a pass. Let's see what we can do here. Let's start off with the hammers, shall we? And we're not going to attach the capsule because we're not going to be able to attach the Turbo Energize if that is the case. And I'm fine with leaving Petulant in the active. So let's just hit him with the research here. No, we got no energy. Yikes. All right, well, we'll set up a second Thorns. And honestly, maybe that's even a misplay, because then they have the ability to use Prime Catcher. If we have no bench Pokemon, they can't use Prime Catcher, because they have to fulfill that first part of the effect to then get the switching ability. We might just help actually give them checkmate if they are able to evolve and attach an energy, but then they also have to switch back. So, you know what? It's asking a lot, and a deck like Palafin EX isn't a deck that would probably have many switch cards, because they're going to be more reliant on this Petulant for their switching. But who knows? I guess you could tech for Iron Thorns in this instance by having something like a switch card in here, like an actual manual switch. It just feels so weird. It feels dirty, you know, putting a switch in a deck that your Pokemon usually would get to switch around for free. This is the deck that would do it, if any, because Palafin EX needs to get that switch off ability to actually evolve. So your whole win condition, you know, I get it. I could see a world where that happens. All right, we got the Clef in the active. They're just going to Grasp and Jaw for 3, I believe. We got the Night Stretcher. Yep. They're grabbing the water. So that water is very important. So we managed to get them to burn a Rescue Stretcher just for that 1 water. That's really good too, because that means they're not going to be able to use it for Palafin EX later in the game. But Crushing Hammer, if we can hit a heads on this Crushing Hammer, that'd be pretty sick, since we did whiff the first energy attack. Or first energy attachment here. We're going to start off this turn with Crushing Hammer, try and set them back. Nice, we got the Vessel. That's really good to see, actually. And then we can Earthen Vessel away our Cologne. We'll go only grab 1, because I'm actually thinking of using Research this turn. So I don't want to discard an extra Lightning unnecessarily. That'd be very wasteful, not very mindful, not very demure. All right, Professor's Research, here we go. All right, I can live with that. We got Lost City. We'll put the Capsule on here, and we'll put a Thorns down, and let's Pokégear. Let him know we're gonna have Arven for the next turn. And now we can Turbo Energize. And because there's no reason to play Lost City since we're not going to be knocking out a Pokemon this turn, I would much rather for us to keep holding the Lost City in hand in case they do play a meaningful stadium. For example, if they had Pokemon League headquarters, that would set us back a turn. So just having this Lost City in the hand, no need to play it down for no reason and have it just get unnecessarily bumped without any usage. Alrighty, and what was that? They just benched a Finizen and passed. Okay, so that was like a 30-second attack right there. All right, luckily for us, we do get to attach a DTE, and now we can get cooking here. We're gonna start bullying them, start KOing their actual threats as well. That might be the play. And we're gonna Lost City this Finizen away. And sadly, even though they are a water type deck, we're not going to ever be able to one-shot a Palafin EX, because Palafin EX is 340 HP. So even with a Iron Thorns like this, with everything extra damage from the Capsule, we're only swinging for 320.
Bruh.
All right, there's the Palafin. They're going to need to retreat or just get it onto the bench. But there's the Yu-Gi-Oh effect right there. If you want to read it, go ahead. There's a switch. Okay, so they have the manual switch. And they switched to Cleffa, which is free retreat. Now we've got the top fin, Palafin EX. Coming in room temperature. Alright, we got the Canceling Cologne is spicy too. But it has no value here since they don't have the Morpeko, so they can't do the switching stuff. But they still have the Cleffa free retreat. So, oh no, you know what? It activates their Fez. So my Thorns is turned off. So their Fez and Deputy can also draw them 3 here as well. Honestly though, I was not expecting to show you guys a matchup against Palafin EX. This is honestly entertaining for the both of us. I have no idea what's in store for us. That's one of the fun things too, by playing like these kind of decks that are not super popular, but you know, always have a fun time in playing into a lot of decks out there is each game is a very unique experience because there's not many times you're going to have a deck that can ability lock like this, and it's not very often your opponent is going to be playing against Quad Thorns. You know, you're more likely to probably hit like a Snorlax over a Quad Thorns deck, I think, in this economy. All right, so they Ultra Balled away a Manaphy and a Nest Ball here. Flip of the script. And right now they're digging for that energy. They're digging for a water, and if they don't hit water, they don't get an attack, and that's going to be huge for us because that means we can get the first punch, the first jab into Palafin EX. Giga Impact is such an interesting attack name. Giga Impact, he's the Giga Chad Fin. Giga Palafin.
Bruh.
Grasping Draw, okay. I am very happy with that. And now they can't use their Petron ability either. Alright, we got, ooh no. Actually, yeah, we're okay. We can attach, we can boss, we can bring in the Palafin. We can also Lost Vacuum. We don't need Techno Radar here. We can get rid of this rescue board. And then swing. And we're gonna move the DTE to the other Thorns since that is the energy we have in hands. We can just put next on this Thorns again if it lives. So here, they're gonna one-shot us each time. That sucks. 250 for 1 water. They just have to pull off this Yu-Gi-Oh style combo. There's the next one. We've got the Hisuian Heavy Ball being played. And it whiffs. Okay, okay. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna get a whole new hand. They're really desperately digging for water energies. How much water energy do they even play? Because we've only hit 1, and they've gone through at least like half their deck. But maybe they just hardly run any because it's a 1 water attack cost. Which I would get, you know, that makes sense. Why spam so much water energies when you need all these other different combo pieces? They don't have energy still. What's going on here? Maybe they just need to be playing like Arven and then have Earthen Vessel be searchable, and then Earthen Vessel can give you those guaranteed waters. Prime Catcher, are they gonna give me the, wow. Oh wait, so they're going to be doing Prime Catcher, they can now retreat into this Palafin here on the bench. Grasping draw for 3. Okay, I mean, that's always a pretty good contingency plan. But you know what? If we are able to get a boss's orders, we do get to cook this Palafin. So let's see what we're able to do. And if we don't get a boss's orders, we're just going to hit them with the Judge, because there's a good chance they drew a water off that. Penny. Okay, we're just going to keep the Penny, because we're going to hit him with a Judge right now. So we're going to attach and Judge. And Volt Cyclone for the KO. We'll move a Lightning this time. Alright, this is a long, tedious matchup, but it's actually quite interesting to see how this is all going to play out. There's the draw for turn. We got the rescue board. That's a perfect card to see in this scenario. They'll be able to retreat into whatever they want and get to evolve into Palafin EX. All right, they are retreating right now as we speak. We are here live. I'm your live correspondent. Oh, that's actually pretty sick too. So they get to evolve into one Palafin, while the other Palafin also gets to hit the active and hit me with that 1-8 KO. So let's see if they got that water. Yes, they do. But they put it on the one on the bench. So are they gonna Arven for a switch card here? I'm confused. I would have assumed you're just gonna attach to this active and knock out. But we could be seeing some overcooking taking place right now, or I'm not a Palafin player. Alright, so there's the switching play that they're gonna do. Okay. Yeah, they got the switch in the Devo. Here is the Buddy Buddy Poffin. Next Finizen, and the Giga Impact for the KO. Now a thing with this deck as well is this effect on the Giga Impact says it can't attack during its next turn. So it's like it's gonna have to switch once again. So in this scenario, they have to have a switch card to attack, or they're just gonna need water here. Oh, this is actually really big. So we can actually Lost Vacuum, drop this. Getting this board off is huge, or could be huge. And here I'm fine with going for an attachment and an Arven. Like we could go for the hammer here and disrupt this, but oh wait, I think I see the play. I think I see our line to victory here. I think we have to swing into the active and then Devo. So we're gonna do this play. Rather than going for the Prime Catcher play, we're gonna go Crushing Hammer here. If this hits, it's so huge. Okay, it's fine. We're chilling. We just have to make sure Devo remains in our hand. So we swing for this big 320, and then our next turn we can Devo and then hit double Palafin. And we might be able to like board wipe them like that. It's a very unique way to win, I'm gonna tell you that much. All right, they are a Devolution enjoyer, how poetic. But now they have to switch, and they can't switch because they don't have the ability. They can't retreat for 1 water plus a rescue board. Oh wait, they would have been able to retreat for free with rescue board, because your retreat cost actually goes down to 0 if you have 30 HP remaining. So that's something I had as an oversight. But yeah, right here, if it's 30 HP or less, and they have 20 health left. So if they were able to get a switch card here, or yeah, wait, why did they attach retreat? They have to find a new way to, are they gonna give me a 1 prizer? Okay. But I'm gonna Devo anyways. Oh God, I think this is a horrible idea that they're doing. This, why would they do this? They know we have Devolution in hand. They should be saving these super rods for the Palafin. But they at least have 3 Palafin. Maybe they could run 4. But I think it's better value if you maintain the super rod in your hand. All right, we got Pokégear here. We're not going to judge them. We're going to leave them with 1. And we will take an Arven. I believe that's the play. We don't need these other cards, and we don't want to deck out. So let's just grab the Arven, and we can go attach for turn here. We'll play the Arven. Arven gives us... okay. We can have Prime Catcher no matter what to gust the next Finizen. So we can seal the deal that way, and then we'll just grab Turbo Energizer to thin it out. So we're gonna go ahead and actually, is it better value to even just gust up this with the Prime Catcher. I think that's the play. We gust this up. So even if they evolve and whatever, they can't... Wait, why can't I retreat? Did I already retreat?
Bruh.
Oh no. Did I just whiff my Devo play? Why can't I retreat? Am I an idiot? I have to be an idiot. And they, okay, well, guys, we did it. I wasn't even thinking about any negative thoughts. We had this in the bag. That was an easy game. Yeah, totally easy game. And the moment of truth is, we're playing a higher rank Arceus player, Hikari something. We of course expect to see mulligans with this deck, so no need to be surprised. We just want the bleeding to stop, at least after 3, and it looks like we did. Ooh, this could be a very interesting matchup. So Golden Go EX versus Iron Thorns EX. This is a matchup that I'm not sure what to expect, but we're just gonna keep our hand right there and get that good old attached pass, and that's all we need. All right, turn 1 Irida, very strong start from Hikari on Golden Go right here. They'll be able to grab, the water Pokemon they want, and a Poffin for setup, 2 more Gimme Ghouls, and they probably already have, maybe it's a 1/1 Palkia line. So that's probably, they maybe prize their Palkia V. Okay, I'm happy about that start. We can go with a Energy Loto to kick things off. I did not want to see Lightning, I wanted to see a DTE. I really want to swing into that Bidoof here. We're gonna thin out that Lightning. Let's Pokemon Catcher first. Heads, okay, cool. Now in this scenario too, I'll attach the Technical Machine just in case we whiff. We can actually Pokégear before we do research. So if we just manage to hit Colress's Tenacity, we're chilling. No. I like both research and boss in our deck, so I really want to get this turn attacking off. Let's just grab the research too. Heck it. And we are not punished. Nice. We can swing for Volt Cyclone. Do not, I'd be so sad if I accidentally misclicked. So getting rid of the Bidoof is very beneficial here. We're gonna shut down their draw engine. Their other draw engine besides Barrel in this deck is gonna be the Golden Goes themselves, where they can coin bonus for 2 if it's in the active, or 1 if it's on the bench. So we got the Night Stretcher, Bidoof is coming right back like it never fell off, and Cypher is scary. Now they're going to be able to draw into what they want on the next turn. I really want to get Judge. They're probably going to end after that. Alright, so they ended their turn right there. I really need to get a Judge. Boss's orders. That's pretty sick. I'll take that. And this time, your Bidoof is going to stay out of the picture. You can't rescue Stretcher it anymore. Off to the Shadow Realm you go. And the hammer, oh, he's sad too. Alright, cool. It'd be a tragedy if they got the barrel on top and something else, but what did they want to draw into? Because they got to draw what they wanted to. Alright, it's Golden Go, but that's it. We can go with an Arven here. We should begin setting up our crew. So let's do, I don't want to discard any of these cards. Maybe the Lost Vacuum can go. Alright, let's set up, let's do this play. Actually, we don't really need the Arven. I think we can just drop one of the Arven since we already have one Arven in a thing. And we'll grab Double Thorns, put this on, and I don't want to drop another one in, just because if they gust it, I'm cooked. This way all I need is 1 Lightning Energy, which I can search for Earthen Vessel with Arven, I believe. Or I can just get it off the prize cards. That's cool too. Now, Golden Go does play Canceling Cologne because they'll usually save the Canceling Cologne for a Greninja play if they're going to go for bringing up the Manaphy line. But in this scenario, if they Canceling Cologne, they're just going to be able to really get that coin bonus money. Alright, they got to stack their deck and they're going to make it rain how much? 100. Okay. So the hammers are going to be quite nice to use here. So let's just start with the hammers. Alright, hammer 1, no good. Hammer 2, are we just flipping tails on everything? Honestly, it's going to be tails. Should have expected it. Alright, we can retreat for free, which is very nice. This way, they're going to need 5 energies to discard or knock out our Pokemon. And here, we're going to drop the other Thorns. And I'm going to just go with the Arven here. let's grab out another hammer, 3rd time's the charm, and a future booster capsule. So if this Thorns doesn't get knocked out, it also gets to run away and live another day. Alright, that's another Tails. No big deal. I think I just got the title of my thumbnail for whatever, the title and thumbnail for this video. Iron Thorns, but you only hit Tails. That's that's my thing. Alright, Iono for 3, no big deal. We only had 3 cards anyways. Judge, Pokégear, and Boss. Oh, Pokestop's pretty good here. Pokestop is such a good card in Golden Go. Until you mill your like ear does. I got the Cypher, -1, +2 energy, but in this case, plus 100 damage. Oh, they're gonna go for a juicy Oko here. So they have 1 mystery card in hand, and they're gonna get 2 off the prizes here, and we get to have the knockout. So we're still in a very commanding lead. I'm actually still happy here. We can go ahead and use the Pokégear. Pokégear is gonna grab us a Judge. And we can just go Pokégear. Actually, do we even need a Pokégear one more time? Yeah, let's Pokégear. If we hit Colress, that's good. Because Colress will be able to bump their stadium and get a DT. Okay, we're not bumping any stadiums apparently. But oh, if I hit Lost Vacuum on this, then I can just use it against himself. It'd be pretty cool. Alright, we can just get the knockout. We're chilling. No biggie. Getting the Prime Catcher is nice too. It's going to help us seal the deal. We do have Boss anyways, but pretty happy with the current board state. We got the Future Booster Energy Capsule and a Lost City off the prizes. And is this going to be a draw and scoop or what? Pokestop. Oh god, that's insulting. 2 golden goes off the Poke. Yeah, that's it. That's it, buddy. Pack it up, your expired cheese. We are now at around the hour mark for this gameplay. I think we're going to do 1 or 2 more. See how big of a win streak we can get on. Maybe we just keep playing Iron Thorns till we lose. Your opponent will go first, fine by me. You're going to have no abilities turn 1. Alright, mulligan 1. Happy about that. So Iron Thorns versus Raging Bolt. This is going to be a very popular matchup if you're a Iron Thorns player. Expect to hit quite a few Raging Bolts. It is one of the most popular decks in the current meta in the Pokemon TCG, so get your reps in. And also, this is nice practice to see like how effective Thorns is against Raging Bolt for my Miraidon perspective, because I typically play Miraidon and I'm dabbling on and off with the Iron Thorns EX in my deck. I think Iron Thorns has a lot of great value for many matchups, but also it's great in the mirror as well. I just think Iron Thorns is very strong. So the only downside to Iron Thorns is if you ever start it and you're unable to like switch out. But sometimes you're fine if you're even playing a deck that can benefit from making your deck look like you're playing Iron Thorns or Quad Thorns at that point. But the really nice thing here is we are able to shut off their Teal Mask Ogerpon ability in this matchup, meaning we're going to limit their draw to their draw for turns, Sada, Pokestop, or Trekking Shoes. So them not getting Teal Dance also slows down their damage output. That means they're going to have less energy on board that they can just keep spamming their attacks with. So here we're going to go Techno Radar and Energizer. We don't need Devolution in this matchup, so that's going to be our first thing to say goodbye to. Crushing Hammer is huge too. If we hit heads on here, we're going to steal a full turn of attachment. And this is really big because, well actually no, if they got Sada and attach, then they're chilling, but just trust me, getting an energy off is always a W. It's never a bad thing to knock an energy off. And that's why it's on a coin flip. All right, we've got 2 on the Thorns. Now this way we can just attach the Capsule to our active on the next turn, retreat, and then attack with Colress's Tenacity, put a DTE onto this new Thorns. All right, we got the Sada onto the Bolt and the Sandy Shocks. Now their max damage output is 210, so because we were able to knock out that 1 energy, they're not going to be able to get the 281 KO in this particular scenario, unless they play Canceling Cologne and Teal Dance at some point. So they're capped here at 210 because our hammer was huge. And the even nicer thing on top is we're going to be retreating this Thorns in a second, so we might be able to steal this Thorns being turned into prize cards if we're able to penny it later on as well. But
Can they even attack? Were they even able to draw an energy off of their Sada? All right, they were. So we should see maybe a burst roar potentially. Because will he even want to 1-hit KO me? Or sorry, will he even want to 2-hit KO me? Or is he only going to want to take me on in 1-hit KOs? If his hand's weak, he'll need to burst roar. This will be a telling sign. Pokégear, okay. Pokégear whiffing. That might put more pressure on the burst roar instead of the bellowing thunder. Because that 3-card hand's probably not too much going on there. And then if you bellowing thunder, you're just down to nothing again. So I think you're better off. Oh, I guess maybe there's something really of high value in their hand. Luckily for us, we got Colress. And then 240. So we can swing. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're chilling. Okay. So we can just go ahead and grab these two. And then I can manually retreat, attach, and then Volt Cyclone. Put it onto here. And we're chilling. Okay, so I didn't play my Lost City here because we really want to make sure our Lost Cities are getting maximum value. And the only way for that is if there's a Pokestop on the field already. So Pokestop is a very strong part to their game plan. So we're always going to save Lost City till they play Pokestop. Oh, they got the Thorns here. Okay. I don't know if this attack hits for weakness. It doesn't, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't hit for weakness. So here, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We could just boss and swing. I was gonna say Arven for a second, and let's get greedy and also get rid of your Raging Bolt completely, so you can't super rod that one back in either. Because we already have the Lost City in hand as well, so they're gonna probably like, if they play Pokestop, they're like, oh, they're not gonna have Lost City. But joke's on them, I got Lost City ready. All right, let's see what Gory 3 does. There's the Pokestop, so maybe they had the Pokestop but didn't want to play it. Hard to say. Ooh, but discard 3. Yeah. All right, Super Rod. I know what card you're not going to rod back into your deck. Not your Raging Bolt. So it looks like they just put a grass in, and that was it. So they're going to make sure they have some juice in the tank, so their Sadas can cook later. Let's just do a simple retreat here. We'll go Arven, and we can just be toxic with... Well, we got the Lost City to bump the steam. Let's go Hammer here to even hit that energy off. We'll put that there. We'll go Hammer. And if this fails, honestly, I'm gonna spit on them. And I was gonna spit on them and grab Pokestop and try and hit hammers off the Pokestop. But we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna drop that, not get too greedy. And then Volt Cyclone. And we're going to put it onto this Iron Thorns here. This way, if they want to go for a boss stall play, we can just research, and we're likely to hit an energy that will be able to let us attack. Rather than going all in on only 2 Thorns, we turn off this whole boss stall play line that they can make. But their deck just really needs to play Sada every turn and then play Catcher and hit heads. Pokégear 3.0, alrighty. Professor Sada's Vitality. We got Raging Bolt coming in. Whoa, Sada, here we go. So now they can swing for 280 if they get an attachment for turn on this Raging Bolt. But we will have began the prize race with the 2 prize lead. So I'm feeling pretty happy about this. And the Greninja's coming in like it's gonna do something. Okay, I guess it's a 1 prize rare they could just give up. That's not an ancient Pokemon because they want to be able to maintain 2 ancient Pokemon on the board at all times, and this can also come in as a clutch attack at some point. Bellowing Thunder, and we're going to promote the Thorns with the Capsule on it, and research away. And if you hit energy on draw, it's pretty cool too. Oh yeah, pretty cool. Ooh, but I would rather a DTE. But you know what? I think we just go for the safe play because we're getting this knockout, and we'll drop this Thorns in too. Alright, we got ourselves a Nest Ball we can fail. Honestly, probably should have Vesseled the Nest Ball away. But we'll thin out these 2 Lightning so we can draw Hotter in the next turn and Volt Cyclone for knockout. We're going to go ahead and move the DTE to there. Alright, Pokégear and Penny off the prizes. Professor Sada's Vitality. So there's the 2 energies hitting the board. They have an 11 card hand, but I think we just win this prize trade no matter what. There's the Pokestop, discard 3, unluckiest Raging Bolt player alive, and a pass for turn. Okay. Ooh, alright, so we got ourselves a nice little retreat here into this one. We'll put DTE onto this one, and we can go Arven. Arven gets us Hammer. Honestly, we could go Hammer or Lost Vacuum. Oh, you can scoop. You could scoop too, buddy. You could scoop. I think we got time for one more. And yeah, we'll play out this last game, and we climbed a whole bunch with Iron Thorns, baby. Iron Thorns is alive and real. If you are thinking about playing a stress-free deck, Iron Thorns is pretty stress-free in terms of, like, you know, you just walk in, do your thing. How many mulligans? All right, 2. Palkia. Okay, so this is a matchup I talked about a little bit at some point, either in this video or my most recent top 10 video I just filmed for October's meta decks. They can't Star Portal, they can't concealed cards. So the scariest thing in their deck is going to be Froakie and Greninja EX. Or having multiple Dusknoirs exploding. That's the thing too. I have to worry about that. Alright, so they realize the Froakie play is the angle. So we're going to have to gust that Froakie up ASAP and knock it out. Goodbye, Palkia V-Star. So typically I think this deck is 2-2 for Palkia V and Palkia V-Star. So there's a good chance they probably have a Night Stretcher in their hand. They can just Night Stretch that baby back. They run a lot of Night Stretchers. We got ourselves Nest Ball for more Thorns. And then we can go Arven. Arven is great. It allows us to Turbo Energize and also gives us a chance to hit heads and hit that critical energy on the Froakie. So we're going to go ahead and actually Earthen Vessel away this Capsule. Actually, not the Capsule. Let's do the Lost City. We have more Lost Cities. The Capsule I'm going to need to retreat, I believe, for the next turn. But I am cautious that I think Lost City, the Froakie, is really good here. Because Froakie and Greninja EX is just a 1-1 line, I believe, or a 2-1 line. So their Froakies are very, very high value in this deck. A dime a dozen, or a double a pack of 60. And we're going to go ahead and put both of them there. So next turn, ideally, we can attach Capsule, attach Capsule, Boss, Froakie, or attach Capsule, Research into Pokemon Catcher, or Prime Catcher into Froakie for knockout. Because Greninja is going to be by far the biggest threat. There's the Palkia V-Star. Are we going to see, oh, Rare Candy, Dusknoir. Alright. Are you going to explode here? Iono. Okay, Iono. They need to hit a Canceling Cologne if they want a Star Portal. Alright, so the Greninja, that Radiant Greninja was in the prizes. And it looks like we should be able to Prime Catcher. So the fact that they didn't get to evolve this Froakie this turn is actually really good for us. And they used one Rare Candy already, so I'm very excited to try and cook this Froakie here. Because if it becomes Greninja, our life just gets 10 times harder. Oh, Blood Moon or Saluna. But you don't really have to worry too much about Blood Moon or Saluna in this matchup since their ability will be turned off. If you don't know, Greninja EX, for 1 water, it does 170 damage and it's going to one-shot us for weakness. And then they get to grab any card in their deck and add it to their hand. So that's very scary, being able to get just one shot. And then the other attack spreads. So they'd be able to one-shot the one in the active and put 120 on the one on the bench. And they could take a 2-prize turn and then a 4-prize turn back to back. All right, so we're pretty fortunate here that we can go for an Arven play, I believe. If we prized our... Or we could just go for the boss play. Let's Pokégear for the boss play. Because if we prized our Prime Catcher and we're leaving our Arven up to a coin flip, I would be very devastated. So we're going to go boss, the Frokester. You can attach here, and then I can put this here. And then we've like timed it perfectly. This Lost City is going to devastate this Froakie and send it to the Shadow Realm where Master Merrick is waiting. And we can just attach to this Thorns. And now we have a really strong start here. I really like playing these some of these control decks. Not all of them, but some of them it's like a new mini game. It's like playing Pokemon with different sets of rules. It's different trains of thoughts and different kind of win conditions. It's always fun and unique. So it's like when you play a game against somebody with the Wug Trio Can you beat me without your abilities? Basically, that's what the challenge is here. But even worse is I'm hitting for weakness into them, so yeah, about that, buddy, about that. All right, here it comes. Don't think that's enough for one shot, but he would have to explode his Dust Noir to one shot me here. And that would put me at needing not much for the last remaining. All right, let's see what they do. KO, I get a prize. Devolution, we got Pokestop coming in. No, but for real though, being able to Lost City the Froakie was actually really big for us. I think a lot just play a 1/1. It's not a big thing, so they don't really have a reason to. And they have Rescue Stretcher too, right? So it's not really a big thing they have to do all the time. Like it getting sent to the Lost City, Lost Zone is pretty annoying. All right, here we can just Arven for Earthen Vessel, I believe. Yeah, we haven't used. Oh, we did use our Earthen Vessel. Let me double check. We only play one Earthen Vessel, and we also have Energy Loto in the deck too. So let's just do research. I think research is the safest thing. Just so we can get a lightning energy, and that was clearly not the safest thing I could have done because I whiffed the energy completely. So here we still have a chance to get Lotto or Energy Lotto. So we're gonna increase our odds by using Pokegear, and if we hit a supporter, now we have one less card that is gonna be in the Pokestop that's not the Poke Lotto. So these are like very small margins, but it's our way to win, so we're gonna have to try and go for it. And unfortunately, we couldn't hit it, but we did get Pokemon Catchers, which means we can stall them out a little bit here if we're able to hit heads. But I forgot our game is tails only Pokemon Catcher. Oh, there's our heads. There we go. And now we can bring up the Greninja here. And in this scenario, we can't really do anything at all. I'll just retreat to this one, and then may as well Techno Radar. We're not going to be using this attack. Thin out the last one. I guess we should have played Arven for Energy Lotto. But at the same time, now that I think about it, Energy Lotto looks at the top 7. We played Research. We're just drawing the top 7. So our chances are very similar, except Energy Lotto, to get it, we're also thinning out one tool. So the math is very similar. But then we also actually had to research away some good stuff, like we lost Prime Catcher, which feels awful. All right, Earthen Vessel. You're cooking. But all we need is one Thorns to rule them all. And unless they're able to set up the other Dust Noir and get that Pokeball Star, we're still in a good spot. And these Crushing Hammers are going to be huge. That's insulting though, giving us the DTE when we need a lightning. Ultra Ball. Will it get Dusclops or Dust Noir? It's got the Dust Noir. Do they got rare candy like that? Or are they just gonna Pokestop into the rare candy? Okay. Poffin and Counter Catcher. Probably play the Poffin to thin it out. Get something else on the board. Oh, they had the rare candy too? They're insane. Okay, so they're gonna be able to one-shot this, which means our hammer hitting heads is so critical. Oh, they can explode this, and now they can Counter Catcher me. Oh my god, I don't want this prize card. I don't want this prize card because now Counter Catcher works, and they're gonna be able to farm this Thorns. And now I will not be able to return KO because of this exact play. And now they have a 0-card hand. Okay, so our hammers are everything here. They get 2 off the prizes. If one of them is a water, I think they might have it. Okay, well, we have to go with the hammer first. Hammer always first. All right, then we're gonna go with our Energy Lotto because we really need to get a supporter off this Pokegear. We're gonna grab a DTE here because he good. And then we're gonna go Pokegear, Colress's Tenacity, and Research. Ooh. We're down 3 lightning, 2 lightning, 5. So we have 2 lightning left in total. If we research, we lose a lot of our lightning. I really need hammers. I think we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. This is our last Thorns anyways. So let's go research. Nice. We got hammer and a catcher. So let's do Pokestop here. Discard 3. Cool. Alright, Crushing Hammer needs to hit us the heads here. Alright, it didn't. Okay, Pokemon Catcher needs to hit us the heads here. Cool, okay, it didn't. And I think we have to pass and cry. Okay. Not going too good over here, guys. I'll be the first to admit it. Alright, Trek and choose. So how much damage are they swinging for? Because they can't do any Dusk Noir shenanigans anymore. But 60 base and 20 for each bench Pokemon. So we're talking 120 at the moment. So he still has to two-shot me. And what I need to do is I need to one-shot one of them in this next attack and then hit a hammer heads to prevent the return KO of the Palkia V-Star. Also, this has to become a Palkia V-Star, and now that I think about it, they've discarded one. How many stretchers do they have? They have one stretcher left in deck. They're playing Ultra Ball now. Are they just grabbing the Palkia V-Star now and then he's gonna rub it in my face? Squawkabilly. Okay. So maybe this is the other Palkia V-Star. We're chilling. And they just can't evolve. So if we KO this here, it's huge. But if they have Rescue Stretcher, they win the game. So here we have the attach, that's automatic. We go Pokegear. Okay, Judge, Arven. What else is in here? We got Crushing Hammer as well. Okay, so if we hit heads on the hammer, we're in a very good spot. So let's go Arven here. And then we're gonna go, let's go Arven for hammer and this. All right, so we lose here if this hammer is a tail. So let me Lost Vacuum. And honestly, wait, did I screw up? Okay, that's our last hammer, because I'm like, if I spin the Pokestop, can I get another hammer? So we're gonna hit the Pokestop as well with that. So this play is everything here. We need to knock out the Palkia and also hit heads for a chance at this. If this is tails, we just lose, I think. Heads, okay, that's huge. So we're able to knock a water off of that one and go knockout on this one. So now they need water attachment and Palkia V-Star to attack. And they don't have knockout because they need another Pokemon on the bench to hit that 120. So they need Palkia V-Star, Water Energy, and a Pokemon on the bench for this particular turn. If they don't, we win the game with the boss's order play onto the Palkia V-Star. Or even onto the Greninja for that matter. Yes sir, good game Dante Salvatore. It's been a pleasure, homie. Let's hit the Greninja. Why not? That felt pretty good, not gonna lie. If you made it to the end, I would love if you hit that like button down below, and feel free to comment what decks you guys want to see me play on the channel, and if you have an exact 60, I'll happily take it from you in the comment section down below.